let's take an ovulation test. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our options, and we'll just see where it takes us. We are going to try Mosie Baby this month. Secondary infertility. It's a completely different kind of heartbreak. Good Monday morning. I did not vlog anything after the gym. We came home, we had dinner, and just relaxed the rest of the evening. The only thing I did over the weekend was get my nails done, but that was pretty much all we did for the entire weekend. Manny did get some wrapping done for some babies that we have gifts for, but other than that, we didn't do anything. But this week is going to be a pretty exciting week. I have my follow-up with my dermatologist tomorrow for this, and also tomorrow is my fertility consultation with a doctor that I've already seen, so I'm excited about it. I'm gonna talk to my doctor. We're gonna see his perspective on everything and his thoughts. I still would prefer to do anything other than IVF. I don't want to do IVF particularly. We'll see though. We'll see what he says, get his opinion. He'll probably want me to come in for the baseline, blood work, ultrasound, all the things, but I am excited to be back on this journey again, and we'll just see where it takes us. Again, no pressure, not gonna let it consume me. It's just gonna be something else that we're trying, and we'll just see. And the other thing that we're gonna do in the meantime is use Mosie Baby at home. So Mosie Baby is like an at-home insemination syringe that we use, and I pretty much keep them like in stock. Like if we ever get low, I just order another one because I just like to have them on hand. Going through my records, it shows that my doctors, or one doctor at least, did diagnose me with cervical stenosis. So if I can like push it a little bit harder through and like through the syringe, maybe like get it, you know, where it needs to be, I'm gonna try whatever I can do, you know what I mean? But today's pretty much just gonna be a regular work day, and I will let you guys know what everything happens. I hope you have a great day today. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our options. I know right before we had decided to do IVF, excuse me, I think you had spoken with me about some sort of surgery that you said that I was going to need, and I just wanted to ask you about that. That sounds like a good plan to me. I feel so much more relieved because I was so worried we would have to go straight into surgery, and to be honest, I couldn't wrap my head around why we were thinking that at the time, because again, the time, we've just been so long. Talking to you, thank you. All right, bye-bye. Oh, I did not expect to get that excited. I think we're gonna do it! Are we gonna do this? We're gonna call Manny. Okay, so I just got off the phone with my fertility specialist. He's such a great doctor. I really do enjoy him as a doctor. He's very caring, and he's like, it's been so long since I've seen you, and I like had to explain all of 2022 to him, and he's like, oh my gosh, like wow. But basically, we were going through the medical records, and I told him like the exact day. I was like, oh, in my packet, I was like, it shows that you wanted to do a laparoscopy and a hysteroscopy, whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, let me just look through my notes. And he's like looking, and he's like, oh, I see all of your ultrasounds looked great. He's like, I'm not really sure. Maybe it was a polyp that was there that we wanted to take care of. He's like, but that could very well not be there anymore because it's been so long. He's like, and the hysteroscopy, I think I'm saying that right, I hope I'm saying that right, would be because of the pain associated with my IUI and my HSG. But what he wants to do, what he's recommending, first and foremost, we have to get baseline everything like I thought we would because it's just been so long since we've been in. So baseline blood work, baseline ultrasound, we would get Manny's semen analysis done, just get everything like baseline, everything to start with, you know, like just clean slate kind of thing. And then after we do that, he wants to do what's called a trial transfer, which is where he would go in with a catheter through the cervix under ultrasound guidance so that he can see exactly where he would need to go. What he's thinking is there is scar tissue in the cervix, which is preventing anything from going through, which is cervical stenosis. So what he's saying is basically we'll do the trial transfer. If the trial transfer fails, if he cannot get through, then what we will do is go through the hysteroscopy because that will be the only way we can open the cervix to then try an additional IUI. So we kind of have steps that we have to take before we can get anywhere, but I'm glad that we're going slow and we're not just jumping back in, and I'm not just jumping into IVF, or and he's not even recommending IVF at this point. He's starting slow with me, and I appreciate that because it's still a lot happening. There's a lot happening, and I'm still nervous about it. I'm excited about it, but I am nervous about it, and I'm just glad that we're going at a slow pace where I can keep up. And he also said that the IUI that I do will be medicated. So I will have to do the injections, I will have to do oral medications, and I will also have to do my trigger shot. So there are some needles coming that I'm gonna have to do, but if I can just do a medicated IUI round and not have to go through with IVF, that would be amazing. That would be amazing because that would be less hormones. It would be less of everything. It would just be less of everything. I feel like in my heart, like I don't want to do IVF. I don't want to do IVF, and I'm okay with IUIs. I even asked him if he would do an IUI under sedation, and he kind of giggled and was like, I can't say that I've ever have. He's like, it's just a matter of protocol, but I can do that. And he's like, why are you asking that? I'm like, well, you know, the last one I had was painful and I just didn't know if that would be something that you'd be able to do. And he's like, well, that's where the hysteroscopy comes in, because that would be what's showing why you're in pain. So I feel good about it. I feel really good about it. I feel like I can slowly ease back into this world and I don't have to go straight into surgery. You know, it's something that it will be a gradual increase of things that I have to do and take care of and work through, and I'm okay with that because it's gradual. It's not all at once happening and everything's going crazy. It's slow and steady. So yeah, I feel good about it. I forgot to show you the update on my face. This is a neck ice pack because I got a massage yesterday and I'm so sore, but in the best way. So don't pay attention to this, but look at my face. This is what it's looking like now after I got my bandage removed, and the doctor looked at it and said that it's looking phenomenal, that everything is looking beautiful the way that it should. I do have to carry the next week with the antibiotic, so I've got to put the antibiotic on it twice a day and cover it whenever I sleep and go out anywhere. So it is going to be like a little patch on my face for the next week, but then after that we should be in the clear. Also, I was going to tell you, since we have to wait until my period to start like this whole process again, if we decide to do it and start this journey again, we have a Mosie Baby kit at home, which is a self-insemination kit, like an at-home kit. So we are gonna try to use this this month during ovulation and just see what happens. Obviously we haven't had luck with it yet, but I love the product, super easy, and it's just another form of trying. So until we start that whole process, that is what we are going to be using. So since I decided we are going to try Mosie Baby this month because we have to wait until my period comes, which is going to be at the end of December, I decided let's go ahead and do ovulation testing. That way I make sure to do the Mosie Baby at the perfect time for conception. And sometimes, you know, we're like, we just kind of guess and we're like, if it happens, it happens, whatever. But since we're going to be back on a fertility journey, we're gonna actually take this seriously. I decided, let me go ahead and just get 20 for now. I'm not gonna go crazy, but just get enough to start testing and make sure we at least do December, and then we'll get into all of the craziness of the fertility specialist world. So yeah. Good morning. I am going to test for ovulation. Today is the first day I'm testing. I thought I was gonna do it last night, but I decided to just wait and do it today. Let's take an ovulation test. So far, I see one distinct line, but I think that's the control line. And I don't see a second line yet. I forgot that I had this one. It was sent to me by Clear Blue like a while ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use it. This one is so like high tech. It has like all these instructions on how to like connect to your phone and everything, but I think I figured it out. I didn't connect it to my phone. I just wanted to see what it said. So right now it's running. The pre-mom is done. This is what that one looks like. It does have a pretty faint line, so I'm not really sure 100% yet. I don't know. The line ones always are so difficult, but this is a pre-mom ovulation test, so what I'm going to do is take a picture of it for my pre-mom app and see what it tells me. It says that this one is supposed to start flashing when it's working within like 1 to 5 minutes. It says like it will start flashing to show that the test is working, but mine isn't doing that. So I don't know. We're just gonna take a test or take a picture of this one and see what the pre-mom app says. So pre-mom sent this little like guide to see like where your test is at. So I'm gonna use this and then I'm gonna upload it to the app and see what the app says. Meanwhile, this one is still not working. I don't know. I really don't know. See, it's not flashing, but we're just gonna let it do its thing. This is kind of cool. So I feel like I'm between like a 25 and a 10, probably a 10. Maybe even just a 5. I don't know, these are so difficult to tell. Maybe a 5. I feel like it's 5. Let me take a picture on the pre-mom app. Oh my gosh, it has all these other tests in here. Gosh, when was this even from? 2021. Oi. Okay, this is a pre-mom test, so we're gonna go to pre-mom. Okay, so I just got the picture. Yes. It says it is low. So it says it's a 7.5, so the 5 was closest on that little scale, but this is saying 7.5, so this is still low. But according to the app, I'm at high fertility right now, so I'm about to start my like ovulation period. So I guess we'll keep testing and see. But this thing, I really don't know what to do with this thing because it is not flashing. Oh, we got an error. Do you see the error message? It's a little tester and then the book. So we definitely got an error. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this error just means an error occurred. So we have to test completely again. So it says to get a new stick and try again. 1, 2, 3. Just gonna put it in. I don't know why it's flashing like that. If it happens again and it doesn't start flashing, I'm gonna just say that this test is too old to use and we're just gonna go with the pre-mom. Oh, nope, it's flashing. Okay, good sign, good sign. We'll wait. Why do I feel like this is taking so long? Okay, so I got the O, which means low fertility. So that's good because that means that both of my tests are kind of on the same page when it comes to where my hormones at right now, which is perfect. Because it's the first day that I started testing. And like I said, my app predicts that I'm just starting to get into my fertile window. It doesn't say that I'm supposed to ovulate until the next Monday. So I'm just going to keep testing throughout it and see exactly when I hit my peak. Hopefully we can track it and take advantage. It's moments like this that I am not prepared for. I saw a TikTok, an adorable, amazing, cute, amazing little TikTok of a brother and sister. And the sister was given broccoli and the brother was given cookies. And the caption said something like, I gave them, you know, their own thinking, seeing if they would share. And the brother appeared to be the older one, and he had the cookies, and he shared with his little sister and gave her a kiss on the head. Now, this could have been prompted, I don't know, scripted, whatever. But it was so precious. And immediately, I started crying. It made me think of Tristan. It made me think of my son, who was an only child, who didn't get to experience that kind of bond. And I came from a family, I'm the fourth and the baby of the family. So I got to grow up with my older siblings, and there's some distance between me and my oldest brother. But nonetheless, I still grew up with my siblings, and I still have my siblings now as an adult. And I think this is what I struggle with the most, and is the hardest struggle, is that I want so badly for Tristan to be able to experience a sibling relationship and the kind of love and the kind of bond that only a sibling can provide. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that for him. And it breaks my heart. Infertility has taken my choice away. Because I would never have chosen to only have one baby. When he was younger, I always thought, well, when we get settled, you know, when things are a bit more settled, then we'll try for our next one, and then we'll have our next one. And then finally things were settled enough for us to start trying. And here we are 4 years later, still without a baby. And Tristan wants a sibling too. He's mentioned it before, how he wishes that we would have had a sibling or a baby when he was like 3 or 4, so he'd have somebody to play with and somebody to talk to. And not only is there an age gap if we ever are able to conceive anymore, but I don't know if there will be the bond that I so want for him, because there is going to be such an age gap. I don't really hear too many people talking about this, because usually infertility is, you know, you find it on your first child, but secondary infertility, it's a completely different kind of heartbreak. I mean, I'm only speaking from experience, because Tristan was definitely a pleasant surprise. It wasn't planned. Or spontaneous pregnancy, as they call it. Secondary infertility is really, really crappy. And I'm on my way to go get him right now, and I look like this, all red and splotchy and teary-eyed, and I need to calm myself down. I just couldn't help it. I saw that TikTok and I started crying because it was just so cute and so precious, and it would be something that I could see Tristan do. I guess is why it made me cry, because if given the option, I feel like Tristan would share his cookies with his sister if he had one. Anyway, let's get in car line. Let's pick up my baby. Well, it's been several days since that last clip, and I just wanted to end on a little bit of a better note. I decided to include that clip in this vlog because I want to be transparent, as I have been throughout this journey, but also honest with what I've always struggled with, which has been secondary infertility and ultimately providing a sibling for my son. I think that has been the hardest part of this journey, which is why I decided I wanted to include that clip in this vlog. For me, it's not just about having another baby. It is about expanding my family and giving my son a sibling that he's wanted all of his life. So I just thought it would be important to share that struggle. I don't see a lot of people talking about like such a big age gap. We are a special circumstance. I did get pregnant at 18. I had a baby very young and thought it would be no problem to get pregnant again. So we waited probably too long to try again. And by the time we did try again, now we were having troubles. Like I said, this is just my journey. It is just my story to share, and I want to be open. I want to be honest about it. Also, I wanted to tell anybody who's on a similar journey, even if it doesn't feel okay, it's okay. And it's okay to have moments to like cry like that, because I feel like a lot of time we put like a polished view of ourselves online, and we put like this view that like only shows the good side or like only shows the positivity. And I thought it would be important to include that clip because even though we haven't even officially started like our infertility journey again, that is still something that I struggle with daily, is thinking those thoughts about wanting to provide a sibling for my son. So I just thought it was important to include, and I didn't mean to end the vlog like that. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. New people, hi, welcome to the journey. I hope that you stick around. This is hopefully going to become a very welcoming and loving and supporting community for everybody involved. And I'm excited to see where it takes us this time. Last time we had an abrupt stop, but again, no pressure. Let's just see where it takes us. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Also, one last thing, the next vlog that you see is going to have nothing to do with TTC. It is going to be a family fun night, so I hope that you can still enjoy it. It is just our family night. We went to the Gaylord Palms Ice, Charlie Brown, and we had an amazing time, and I wanted to vlog it and I wanted to share it. Anyway, I hope that you'll watch it. Hope that you enjoy it. I love you. I hope to see you in the next one.